Long before history was written, before nations existed, before names were given to gods or heroes, certain figures were already waiting. The hero, the shadow, the mother, the king, the wanderer, the trickster. They appear everywhere, in myths, in dreams, in religions, in stories separated by oceans and centuries, different faces, different names, the same patterns, as though humanity is remembering characters it never created. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we open another entry from the Veil Archives. In our last archive, we descended into the collective unconscious, a hidden ocean beneath the individual mind. But if such an ocean exists, what lives within it? What shapes move beneath the surface? What forms continue emerging generation after generation? Tonight, we examine the ancient patterns, the recurring figures that refuse to disappear. History appears to change. Empires rise, civilizations collapse, languages evolve. Technology transforms the world, yet beneath all of it, something remains strangely constant. Humanity continues telling the same stories, the same journeys, the same conflicts, the same characters. A hero leaves home, a shadow blocks the path. A guide appears, a sacrifice is made, a transformation follows. The details change, the structure does not, and perhaps that is the mystery, not why stories differ, but why they remain recognizable, as though every culture is translating the same hidden language. Among all recurring figures, none appears more often than the hero, the one who leaves the familiar world, the one who enters uncertainty, the one who descends into darkness and returns transformed. This figure exists everywhere. Ancient kings, warriors, prophets, pilgrims, explorers, different eras, different names, the same journey. Why? Perhaps because the hero was never meant to describe a person. Perhaps it describes a process, a pattern, a transformation that exists inside every human life, a symbolic map, appearing again and again because the territory itself never changes. Wherever a hero appears, something else follows. The shadow, the adversary, the hidden double, the force waiting beyond the firelight. Ancient stories often portray it as a monster, a demon, a rival, a darkness threatening order. But the shadow is rarely destroyed, it returns, again and again, because shadows are not separate from light. They are created by it, and perhaps that is why this figure persists, not as an enemy, but as a reminder that every identity casts a shape it cannot fully see, and every civilization carries fears it struggles to acknowledge. Then there is the trickster, the strangest archetype of all, not entirely good, not entirely evil. The trickster breaks rules, disrupts certainty, creates chaos, yet somehow moves the story forward. This figure appears across cultures with remarkable consistency. The fool, the thief, the wanderer, the shapeshifter. The one who laughs while the world rearranges itself. Civilizations often fear the trickster, yet they never remove him from the story because transformation requires disruption. The old structure must crack before something new can emerge, and so the trickster remains, waiting patiently for certainty to become too comfortable. What if archetypes are not stories? What if stories are simply how archetypes become visible? A lens, a reflection, a way for deeper patterns to enter human awareness. The hero, the shadow, the mother, the trickster, the sage, the wanderer. Perhaps these figures persist because they are not inventions. Perhaps they are structures, invisible currents, moving beneath the surface of thought in every generation, without realizing it. Gives them new faces. The deeper mystery is not that archetypes exist. The deeper mystery is that they continue returning across centuries, across religions, across continents, as though humanity is participating in a story larger than itself, not repeating events, repeating forms. The same symbolic architecture appearing through different lives, different cultures, different eras, like constellations viewed from different places. The stars shift, the pattern remains. Perhaps archetypes survive because they were never invented. Perhaps they were discovered, like mountains, like oceans, like stars hidden behind clouds, always present, waiting to be seen. And every generation, believing it has created something new, finds itself standing once again before the same ancient figures, different names, different masks, the same patterns, the same story, the same mystery. Throughout history, people have reported encounters that seem impossible to explain. A stranger appears at exactly the right moment. A figure delivers a message. A guide emerges during a crisis, and then vanishes. Not ghosts, not gods, not ordinary people, but something in between. The woman in white, the watcher, the silent guide, the man in black, figures that seem less like individuals, and more like living symbols, as though meaning itself briefly borrowed a human face. And in the next entry of the Veil Archives, we investigate entities that may not be people at all, but symbols wearing flesh. The next Veil Archives entry, the symbol people, entities made of meaning. Some encounters feel less like meetings and more like messages given human form.